Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Creative Stamping with Marg. I'm Marg. I am going to be doing a fun fold card today that I saw another demonstrator from the United States demonstrate, and I did it in one of my classes, and I'm going to do it now to show you how to do it. I also have lots of Stampin' Up! News on my desk, so let's go down and have a look. Okay, down we go here. There you can see I have the Stampin' Up! Catalog on my desk. If you are wanting a paper copy of this catalog is good till the end of August. You just need to contact me. My email is here, mrgorn@shaw.ca, or my Stampin' Up! Website is margaretgorn.stampinup.net, and I would get one of those out to you. Okay. All the news we have. There is a craft class. I talked about it last week. Coming up July the 16th. It's called Pretty Poinsettias. Looks like a gorgeous one. If you like poinsettias, I'm sure it'll be a lovely class. I do have the bundle, and it looks, I haven't had time to play with it yet, but it looks great. The class is $41. The number is 171477. You go on the Stampin' Up! Website and you purchase the class, and they will send you an email with the Facebook page link to it. It goes live July 16th at 2 p.m. But once you've bought the class, you have it, and you can watch it whenever you like. All right, so it looks like it's going to be a good one. I think it said 3 cards and some other fun things and extra techniques they're going to share with you. All right. That's that. Paper Pumpkin has a promotion going starting July, sorry, I wrote this down, starting July the 11th. So it's 25% off your first kit for the first time subscriber. So if you've never subscribed before, so it's for new subscribers only, you can purchase the first kit, which is the August kit, which would be Kindred Greetings, which I'll share with you in just a second. That's the kit you would get for 25% off. So it's a great way to try out Paper Pumpkin if you've never tried it. They are a great kit to have, all inclusive. Really, the only thing you need is scissors. They supply pretty much everything else. So that's a good deal. And the kit you would be getting would be Kindred Greetings. Sorry, I have my flyer here, and I will just share the picture of it with you so you can see it. Kindred Greetings. This is it right here. It says, timeless understated cards with heartfelt messages of comfort and appreciation. So this is the one you would be getting because you're going to be subscribing after July the 10th. So the Paper Pumpkin that is current right now till July the 10th is the Hooray for Birthdays. So this is the one you'd be getting if you subscribe today, but you wouldn't get the 25% off. All right, so this is Happy Birthday, and they're easel cards, which is really interesting. They don't often do fun folds, so I thought this was a nice one. So this is the one till you subscribe before July the 10th. This is the kit you'll be getting. And remember that there are dies that go with the 3 months. July, August, and September. These dies are called Detailed Flora Dies Add-on, 168664, and they're $18. And there's the different dies that you get. Okay, so that's Paper Pumpkin. And our product of the month right now for July is called Begonia Bell. I don't have it yet, but I look forward to getting it because, boy, those flowers, look at the detail on those flowers. It is a 2-step stamping system. So you stamp the main color and then you stamp the details in a different color, and aren't they gorgeous? So once your Stampin' Up! Order hits $100, you can add this on for $7. So that's Begonia Bell, product of the month for July. Berry Botanical Vellum, which I used last week, is still available if you didn't get it. So again, your purchase has to reach $100 and you add it on for $7. So these two are still available. Once you've purchased it, like I've purchased this one already, I can't get it again. It tells me that I've reached the limit. So now I can't have this, but I haven't ordered this yet, so I could order this one. But if you haven't ordered this one, or this one is available. And once they're gone, they're gone. So if you're interested in them, you should hop on right away. Okay, the join special is on right now. So if you are a new person to Stampin' Up! And you would like to become a demonstrator or a discount shopper, because you get a discount on all of your purchases after you become a demonstrator, the welcome box goes out to first-time demonstrators only. But the deal is, you choose a team leader, you pay $135, and you will receive a coupon from Stampin' Up! For $170. So then you can go ahead and you can shop. Once they send your demonstrator number, you can go ahead and shop online. The online catalog, any of the last chance list, any of the online exclusives, anything from the catalog. You can shop any of that, $170 or more, and you just apply that $170 coupon to your order. All right, and you will get a discount on everything. Okay, so that's going on right now. That's just for the month of July. So if you're ever thinking about, if you're purchasing Stampin' Up! Supplies and you are not a demonstrator, you do not have a demonstrator number, you should, just for the discount. We should all get a discount on this. Okay, you don't have to do anything. Stampin' Up! Doesn't ask you to do anything to be a demonstrator. Just you would get your discount. All right, so there's all my news, I think, that I wanted to share with you. Today's card, I'm just calling it a front flap fun fold, only because I didn't have another name for it. I watched Kelly Atchison make this, and I thought it was really cute. Just a different fold. So today we are using 2 pieces of paper from the Waterside Retreat. So I am using this paper here that's got the waves on it. And just a little piece of this paper. I just wanted the blue from the sky because it kind of went with it. Now, something I wanted to point out to you, I found this interesting. The colors that Waterside Retreat package, if you haven't seen this package, it's the one that has the Adirondack chair, it has the life vests, the bicycles, and I used the bicycle on another card, some wood grain, and the 2 pieces that you see that I'm using today. So the colors they say go with this, and where I see that is on the back of my package, right here. It says Waterside Retreat 12 by 12 Designer Series paper, gray granite. So I pulled the colors just to show you, because this is what they're saying goes with this paper. And they're right. Gray granite, misty moonlight, old olive, because there are some green pieces in here, as I showed you. The life vests. Oh, there's fish. So I'll just pull one so you can see that there is green in here. There is a green with the fish. Okay. Pecan pie and pool party, and then very vanilla. Okay, well, I looked at those colors because the 2 pieces of paper that I chose, as you saw on my desk, are here. Well, I didn't know what I was going to use with this, because to me, it's not really misty moonlight, this one. So I was a little befuddled. So I went back to all my paper just to see what other colors I had. And I pulled out Secret Sea, which is almost black. I'm going to move this. So I pulled out Secret Sea. I pulled out Night of Navy, and that looked okay. But I pulled out Azure Afternoon. Now, check this out. Does that not look good on there? So I went with Azure Afternoon. So my point to you is, they make suggestions, but quite often other colors go with the papers. So if you have other colors, try them out if something doesn't sit right with you. So that's what I did. So I ended up with the Azure Afternoon as my card base. My card base is 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. And then I've done a little something extra. My card is going to sit like this. It's going to be a 10-fold, but I've cut up 1.5 inches just to the fold line on the left-hand side. And I'm going to glue that right down. So my card is just really this, okay? I have some designer series paper here. This one is 3 3/4 by 4, and that's the waves. I also have another little piece of that is 1 by 3.5. And then I chose, like I said, from that seagull paper, I just wanted the blue sky. So I just cut a piece out of here that is 1 1/4 by 4. So it just kind of went with this blue. Okay, now I never told you what I was using for stamps and dies today. I also have a white piece of paper, and I've already stamped on it. It is a white piece of cardstock, basic white cardstock. It is 3.5 by 7, scored at 3.5, so it's just a little card, but I have it opening backwards if you're looking at it this way. So I stamped, this might give you a clue as to what I'm using, because I've already stamped on here. And my greetings are done with banner sayings. These are banner sayings. But that'll give you a clue to this stamp set, other stamp set and dies I'm using. I am using Sunset Coast today. So I've used this die, and I've cut it out like this. I will lay it here so you can see it on the white. So it's the lighthouse, but you're maybe asking, wow, how did you get that edge around it? Well, again, the demonstrator I watched, Kelly Atchison from the States, did this on a different card, not this card, but I watched her do this and I thought that is fabulous because these dies look like this. If you haven't seen them, this is the die with the lighthouse on it, so it goes that way, but that's it. So when you cut it, it just cuts this out of a square piece of paper or whatever. So it just cuts it out of the piece of paper, leaving it that way. So I wanted to cut a circle around it. Well, Kelly solved that by taking, if you have the Spotlight on Nature dies, and remember there are two double pieces here. She used the second largest die, and she used the one that has what I call the dots and dashes on it, that one. And she said, check this out. Put that die down, put this die down, and guess what? This die fits right inside of it. You put it through your machine, and this is what you get. All cut out just like that. Isn't that great? So that's a really interesting trick that she did, I thought, and I thought I am going to copy that. So thank you, Kelly, for that. And so that's, I cut this out of Misty Moonlight. Now, when we go to assemble the card, we're going to have a circle behind there, and I cut an Azure Afternoon circle from our Stylish Shapes. I used the largest circle, and I cut this out of Azure Afternoon. Okay, that's going to go behind my, and it just fits behind here perfectly. You can just glue it very carefully on. Okay, so you'll see how that goes. I also used, there's a die in the Sunset Coast that is 3 seagulls, and I cut them out of black, and I put them on adhesive sheets because you can see, I can't even get them picked up off my table, sorry. You can see that they are very tiny. Now, you can get them on with glue, liquid glue, but they're very small. So I did them on adhesive sheets to not cause me too many problems. I also am using, I said, the banner sayings. For the outside, I put wishing you good things, and I cut it out of Azure Afternoon, and I used the banner punch. So I used this punch at the bottom here, and it's going that way. Okay, I'm also using a piece of ribbon, which I will show you when we get there. All right, so let's get this put together. First things first, we can glue this piece right down. So I am using my liquid glue today and hoping it's running well for me. So I'm just going to put glue on this piece right here and glue it flat down. And what you want to do when you glue it down is fold it carefully and make sure that your corner and your edges over here are even. Okay, so it's glued down like that. This is the little piece of paper that came off that seagull sheet that I'm going to put here. But I'm going to add a piece of ribbon to it. Now, I tried all kinds of different ribbons and couldn't find anything that I really liked. I don't want this to be too feminine looking, but so I maybe will put this piece of paper on to show you what I ended up with. So we're going to add this piece of paper. Make sure that your waves are going the right way. It does have a direction. There's the fish on the back. So we will put this piece of paper flat down. Okay, and it's just going onto here. So centered. This piece, did I tell you yes, I did. 3 3/4 by 4. So it's 4 this way, 3 3/4 this way. Okay, and I don't want to glue this one down yet because I'm putting a piece of ribbon behind it, but I'm going to show you before I do that what my thought process was. Now this needs to be glued onto this. The easiest way to do it, because this circle just fits under the dots and dashes just on that little rim there. So I'm just going to put liquid glue all the way around, very little amount, just on that rim. And then just put this, I'll do it this way, like I'll put my circle on so you can see it. And then just add some glue because you want the lighthouse and everything to be stuck down. So in the larger parts here, just add some glue so it will stick to your circle. Just like that. Okay, so I'm just going around this rim again, just like this, very little. There we go. Okay, and I am going to turn doesn't really matter, I'm going to turn it this way. Doesn't matter which way you do your little dots around because it's going to be glued flat onto this. But there you can see. Now I know I'm in the right spot all the way around, and I should be able to turn it over, and there shouldn't be any glue showing. My lighthouse is glued down. Now, did I say that I cut the lighthouse out of Misty Moonlight? I tried a few different things. Whenever I try something, I stick it in the back of my envelope. So I did try, I had black originally. I had black cut out, but it was just too stark on here. I didn't really like it. This is Secret Sea. So it's a bit grayer looking, and I thought, it's maybe too dark too. So I stuck with my Misty Moonlight. But just so you know, I keep all these pieces, and I probably will use them for another card at some point. They all just stay in the back of my envelope. Okay, so this is ready to go. Now, I'm just, while we're looking at this, and I'm going to put this here. While we're looking at this, I'm just going to comment on my ribbon. I didn't have anything. I thought, well, maybe twine would work. I just couldn't decide. So I went looking, and I still have some Secret Sea ribbon. It's this one, bordered open weave Secret Sea ribbon. And I thought, you know what? It almost looks like the Misty Moonlight. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to use this. So again, here's another thing. It's not the right color according to what I'm using, but it looks fine with it. So I cut a piece of ribbon. It's fallen off my table, and I put just a single knot in it. So I just knotted it like that, just once. And I'm just going to put it on this piece of paper like that. And to me, that is not feminine looking. And I'm just going to put it on the piece of designer series paper like that. And what I normally do is I just take a piece of Scotch tape and tape it on the back. So I am going to do this one first. This, I just put the Scotch tape on the ribbon and put it where I want it, like that. Okay. And then I will do the same thing at the top here. I will just put this oopsie, this way. And you can't pull it too tight. This is designer series paper, so you want to make sure that you're being a little careful with it because you don't want it to be bent up. Okay, so there it is. That looks good. The nice thing about tape, Scotch tape, is you can just peel it off if it's not quite right. And then I'm going to glue that right onto there. So I like the look of that. I thought that looked good, and it didn't look feminine in any way, really, even though it is ribbon. Okay, so that's getting glued on here, just on your piece right here, centered, and try to match the top and the bottom of your other designer series paper. And if this bothers you that this is loose, you can always put a glue dot under there and it'll hold the knot down. Okay, now this is good. I think I might put this up on dimensionals. I hadn't thought about it, but I think I will. And I'm going to use black dimensionals. I hardly ever remember to use these. I'm going to use them today. So I'll just put a few dimensionals on here so that it doesn't sag, hopefully. That should be good. And I can put my message up on dimensionals also. Okay, I cut these birds. I said I cut these birds out. I have, they come 3. And so I thought maybe I would put this big one here and maybe the little one. Oh, sorry. I've got sticky fingers, I guess. Or put it like that and that. There, that looks good. And then I thought this other one I might put on here. This is on the inner card. I thought I might put him here. Okay. Or it could go on the inside. Here's to you. I might put the bird on the inside. So, all right, I need my take your pick tool. Remember I said this has adhesive backing on it. So all you have to do is take your pick in there. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. And just peel your paper off and you have an instant sticker. And for really fine things like this, I love how that is because it sticks it down. I don't have to fuss with glue. And knowing me, I would have glue all over my circle there squirting out, and I don't like that. So this avoids that. There we go. Just have to take your pick under there, enough to peel this off. Come on. I'm telling you how easy it is. Now I can't get there it is. Can't get the paper off the back. There we go. Okay, now this little guy I want him kind of at a different angle. So I'll put him like that. Yeah, that looks all right. Okay, so he looks like he's dive bombing into the ocean, but maybe he is getting his breakfast. All right, so this can go on here. Take off your backings for your dimensionals. There we go. And then you want to put this on straight. And I think I might basically put it in the middle, just like that. Okay, I will put this up on dimensionals too, because why not? There we go. Take our backs off. Just like that. I see a piece of paper here. Okay, and put my wishing you good things. Sorry. Let's move it over a little bit. There we go. So there's the front of our card, wishing you good things. And it just opens like this. And now we're going to put the inside in. So the inside, I'm going to put this bird on here. If I can get it in my hand. Again, just trying to take my paper off. Okay. These adhesive sheets, I think I was looking today, they're on low inventory. I'm sure people are using them for all these little pieces. They sure are handy for this. And I've stamped this. These are the stamps, Sunset Coast. So I used the small bit of water and I stamped it twice. And I was using Azure Afternoon for the water, and I used Misty Moonlight for the boat. And for my words here, I used Misty Moonlight on the Azure Afternoon. Okay. And so this is, like I said, backwards. We're going to have it open like that. So I want to put my glue on this part of the card, of the little card, and it's going inside. So it's kind of a surprise when you open this up. It's not your traditional white piece of paper. And I'm just going to center it side to side. And the top and the bottom have a little bit of an extra on them. So there we go. Here's to you. Celebrate. So there's our card. What do you think? Opens like this, and then opens like this, and this is where you write. Oh, I forgot something. I did cut this 1-inch piece of paper, and it goes in here. So I hope I should have put this in first before I glued the white card in, because if I have to trim this, I might have to trim this a little bit off the bottom here, but it just went like that. Again, making sure your waves are going the right way, and I will trim the bottom. I didn't allow myself, that wasn't very smart of me to do it that way, but I will be able to get this off of here just like that. Okay, so that makes it very interesting, I think. And there's our card. So I didn't bring any embellishments out. I know I have some maybe retired embellishments that could go on it, but yeah, I didn't bring anything out. If you wanted to see the rest of the Sunset Coast, if you hadn't seen it yet, I didn't really show you. These are the dies. So you get this sunset die, the one that we used, and you can see how they just cut it out of a square of paper. Then there's the boat, the sailboat, really nice. And then it has this mesh piece, the birds, which you saw, seashells, this sort of, there's a cloud, and then this is, I don't know, an arch of some sort. And there's some fences, there's 2 different little sailboats, and there's a sun. So lots of dies in there, 12 dies. And the stamp set has all these good words, which I didn't use any of them. Like I said, I wanted something small underneath here because that circle is fairly large, so it takes up a lot of the card. So I used my banner sayings and I used my banner punch. All right, I guess that's it for our card. I will show you the other card that I made that we did in class. Now I'm touching that and I don't like how it's moving around. I will get a glue dot to put on there. Just have to find them. Here they are. Because I don't like the way that's moving around. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to roll up a glue dot. Just roll it up a little bit. And stick it under the knot, which is right here. Just like that. Okay, now I'm guaranteed that my ribbon isn't going anywhere. Okay, so that makes me happier. All right, I think that card is really neat and it does stand. So that makes me very happy. This is the card we made in class. It's from the same package of paper, and I used the Waterside Retreat stamps and all the stamps here with the birds. And that's that one. Today is your day. And this one, the ribbon goes all the way around the card, not just on the designer series paper like I did with this one. And again, I put a glue dot under the knot so it doesn't move. Okay, so there's that one. So totally different. came from the same pack of paper. This card base is Pool Party, so you can see how it goes along with some of the paper that's in that same package. All right, so those are the 2 cards. If you like this video, I appreciate your thumbs up, and I hope everybody has a great week.